Peace and harmony, my rosebuds. So I wanted to share this question that I had got from someone, and I don't know, I just feel like I needed to share my response with y'all. So the question was pretty much, because I can't remember verbatim for whatever reason, but the question pretty much was what drove me to have the beautiful energy that I have. And I'm sharing this response because I really wanted to motivate other women who are in search of trying to figure themselves out, and especially as a woman in a society where we are over sexualized and we're over sexualizing ourselves. We are in a society where modesty is frowned upon, but being over explicit of self is glorified. And I had to answer the question. I had to sit and really think, dang, what do drive me? I know trying to be my best self and trying to be a mother, those things are what drives me and my community, but what really drives me in totality is being a woman. And I'm talking a natural born woman, because it's we today as women have lost respect for ourselves as women in totality. We don't honor ourselves enough. We don't celebrate modesty or classiness or just being whole. We now glorify women who have no dignity, no integrity, no self-respect. We praise and glorify disrespect and rudeness and anger. We glorify trauma. I'm gonna just say that we glorify trauma and toxicity too much as women, and we don't hold each other accountable enough in our sisterhood. And when you speak about that, now you are a pick-me, or you're lame, or you just trying to get likes and all this stuff like that. But I had to answer the question, and I pretty much just told him I just love being a woman. The more I learn about the history, my biological makeup, my body, my temple, especially the parts that people sexualize a lot. I don't necessarily think of my breasts as something that's sexual necessarily. I think of it as, okay, these are here because I'm designed to be able to nurture and feed a baby. That's my mindset on it. I know what is for, as far as procreating. I get it, but at the same time, that's not how I view myself. And because I view myself as, and this is just an example, because I view myself in that way, I choose to now maybe cover up myself, because I feel like that is something that is very intimate. Breastfeeding is intimate. Procreation is very intimate. So I feel like I shouldn't be exposing too much of myself to the world. And that's just an example, but I just coming from a woman who used to experience suicidal thoughts, a woman who used to be very toxic, cussing out my man, disrespecting him, emasculating him, not supporting him in the way that he needed to be supported, just a plethora of things that I was doing that I was not holding myself accountable. But now that I have really took some time to myself, and I really started analyzing and reevaluating my spirit, my mental, my emotions, all of that stuff, I have experienced so many deaths internally, internal deaths, to where I am so much more humble. Humility is my best friend. Those give me the best lessons. I now am a womb practitioner and a death doula and a birth doula and a fertility doula. So I'm just a full spectrum doula. I'm gonna just say that. And because of those things, because of the trials and tribulations that I experienced as a woman, even just not having my mom at a certain point in my life, how that truly affects me as an adult woman, and how that dictated the relationships that I would have with other women. And I realized, I don't want toxic friendships. I want friendships. I want a sisterhood that's so solid. Like, I can call on you, I can vent to you, I can talk to you. I don't have to go back and forth with you. I realized I don't want to be in a sisterhood where envy is present, where jealousy is present. I invite a sisterhood that is supportive, that is loving, that is nurturing, that is full of sisters who want to grow and who want to be the better versions of themselves no matter what, and holding each other accountable no matter what, and respectfully. That's what I desire now as a woman who has completely came from that low vibration to now I'm floating, I'm high off life. There are things that I value a lot more and a lot better than I did when I was younger, and I'm only 28. So that's what drives me, because if I can change my life as a woman who didn't know too much of anything and had to experience the real world on her own, then that drives me and motivates me to be an example for other women who feel like they're at the end of the ropes, or they are going through a season of depression, or they're going through a season of just hardships and they don't know what to do. I want to be that staple, that example for other women who are struggling with that. That's what drives me, because ultimately a woman has to understand her value. Her essence is so vital to family structure. It's not even funny. And so many women out here take that for granted, and they overlook that just because they want to live. It's very selfish the way women think nowadays. So they overlook their value in being a wife, in being a mother, in being a sister or a supporter, whatever it is. We overlook that because we are, as women, we're being selfish and we're not thinking about everything holistically. And for me, I yearn to be around married women right now. I yearn to be around women who have a similar mindset, because I know that what I'm doing as a woman, everything that I do as a woman, is impactful and it's inspirational. And if you are a woman and you're not trying to be any one of those, then I feel like you're going the wrong route. And that's just my opinion, but I feel like women were designed to be inspirations. We were designed to be impactful, because one thing about it, a man can have a home all he wants to, but without that womanly essence, the house would not be anything. Because you ever go to a man's house, right, and all he got is like he got one fork, one plate, like he's very like just a couple towels, he got hella clothes, bed, it's just very plain. Because men are kind of like, what I'm learning, men are like one-way streets, one way, they straightforward, right? But it's like, and that's not all men, that's just from what I'm studying with men. Even if they were to decorate their home, it takes them a while. But as for women, we are very abstract, we are very creative. When that woman, say a man and a woman gets married, everything turns into a bulk of things, because women are fruitful. We add on to things, we what's the word I'm looking for? It's like on the tip of my tongue. We expand things, So when a woman comes in, he has a table, we set the table, forks, knives, cups, table runners, tablecloths, different colors. We doing flower arrangements, we putting pictures on the wall. We have a certain smell in the home. All I'm saying is, what drives me is to help women to understand how valuable they are, and they don't have to lower themselves to be anybody else. All these women look the same. All of them. Same hair, same body, same tattoos, same nails, just same. But it's something about a woman being her true authentic self and her true authentic nature. And we have completely gotten away from that. And so that's what drives me. That's what motivates me. I want to be a motivational, inspirational. I tell myself all the time, I'm a walking inspiration. And that drives me to do and talk about the things that I talk about. I advocate so hard for womanhood, for sisterhood, for motherhood, because we need a better way. Women talk nasty to each other. We glorify toxicity. We glorify self-disrespect. I seen a video the other day of a woman. She was getting married, and the split was like, you could see her paw. So your paw is that part right between the bottom of the butt cheek and that thigh, that right there, like the kind of like the cuff of her butt. You could see the round, like her hip, like it was exposing too much. And in the comment section, everybody was like, it's her wedding, she look good, it's her wedding, she can do what she want, and she look good, da 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 da. If he had a problem with it, then he would have said something. And I just said it, I commented, and I was just like, this is not cute, this is not classy. Women have to understand, to be put in that position. And granted, okay, cool, he knew what he was marrying, whatever. Even still, women have to look at it as, if I'm marrying this man, if I'm taking his last name and being a part of his legacy, I now represent him. I represent both of us. But when we're together, I'm representing the both of us and like him. When you go somewhere and you got a ring on your finger and you have his last name, you're representing him and his family, his legacy. And I know a lot of women like, why it always gotta be his? Why it gotta be his? Because you took his last name. You took his last name. So whatever foundation or whatever he's building, you are now a part of. Okay? It is not, no, he married you or he got down on one knee to be just all a part of what you have going on. No. Representation means so much. It means more than what people know, especially women. Women be sitting out here wanting to argue, want to be disrespectful and loud as hell in public places, and then you're trying to figure out why you go places and people are treating you a certain way, or just giving you this stereotype because y'all don't know how to act. Y'all don't know how to act. Y'all don't know how to value yourself or value the things around you. Y'all don't know how to value people's time, their patience. Y'all don't value what they have built. Y'all don't do none of that stuff. Women today think very, very selfish, and I'm here to shake the tables with that, because we have got to do better as women, and we have got to hold ourselves to a higher standard, because I hold myself to a higher standard. I'm not trying to be loud and ghetto in public. I'm not trying to emasculate my man. I want to, and that's another thing. Women have got to stop thinking of men as their competition. Men are not your competition. You are not a man's competition. Y'all are two completely different biological makeups. There is nothing that a man can do that should make you feel inadequate, and vice versa, or inferior. It is nothing. Everything that a man does should compliment you, and everything that you do should compliment a man, because at the end of the day, we need each other. And it's not, oh, you need me, da, da, da. Like, no, we have got to get a grip on that, because A lot of women have that mentality that they are better than their man, instead of, oh my God, my man is amazing, he does so much for us, and giving gratitude and respecting him for what he's doing and providing for you, whether that's spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, whatever the case may be. Give gratitude for that brother, because he don't have to do it for you. And a lot of women feel entitled for that, and I don't like it. Okay, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on what I was asked, and I wanted to share my response in depth a little more, because I feel like it needs to be said, and a lot more women need to really do that healing, because a lot of women are not healing. They just bouncing from one man to another, thinking that's how you heal, and it's not. That's actually how you contract STDs, okay? That's also how you create even more trauma in your womb, and now you gotta come see me, and now I gotta beat the trauma out of you, okay? With some mango leaf, some papaya leaf. Now I gotta do that, okay? Now I gotta sit here and help you with sand, okay? So yes, if this resonated with y'all, if you have any comments, I want to know your thoughts. Comment below on how you feel, whatever the case may be. Leave a rose if it resonated. Peace out, family.